Wuthering Waves is an amazing game. The combat is smooth and flows well, the story just keeps getting better and better, and the character designs are always on point. The game keeps getting better and better, but sometimes I just miss the feeling of competition. Coming from a multiplayer FPS background, I miss the feeling of competing and battling against one another to see who can come out on top, and while I don't really think WUWA needs a multiplayer competitive mode, sometimes I wish I was able to have some sort of way to battle people in WUWA. If only there was a way for me to compete in WUWA. Did you know that WUWA has tournaments? When I saw that FODMaster was hosting a WUWA tournament, I honestly jumped at the opportunity to join. I love WUWA a lot and the idea of playing in a tournament sounded fun, so after reading up on the application requirements, I sent in 3 videos. One of me soloing Dragon of Dirge with S6 Camellia, one of me using a Frolova team to beat the Kelpie, and one of me using a pre-Yuno Augusta team against Lady of the Sea. I sent in my application and left it at that. By this time, I had already assumed I was not picked for the tournament. It had already been basically 2 weeks since I sent in my application, and it's literally 3 days before the tournament, so it sucks, but it is what it is. Then, I got a message, and while I will not directly say what was said because Solon himself would come and curse my future WUWA roles, long story short, I was in the tournament. We get through all the logistics, and I get placed on Team Rex with Rexlent and Phantom Locks. I introduced myself to them, and we quickly went over the rules for the tournament. The way the tournament works is that there are 2 teams, each with 3 players on each team. The competition is split into 2 halves, with the teams having to fight the Kelpie hologram at difficulty 6 in the first half, and the Lady of the Sea hologram at difficulty 6 in the second half. Each team will take turns in a 1v1 battle where 1 player from each team will battle with 3 characters, 1 player gets to battle with 2 characters, and 1 player gets to battle with 1 character. The goal is to defeat each hologram as fast as possible with the team with the shortest cumulative time winning. Each round can't go more than 8 minutes or else the time recorded for that player's fight will be logged at 8 minutes. Oh yeah, and this tournament is for a prize pool of $4,500, so each player gets $1,500, which is insane. There is also a pick and ban phase where each team gets to choose 2 characters to ban and select 6 characters they are going to use for that half. Rover, Verena, Augusta, and Yuno cannot be banned and can also be used simultaneously by both teams, while any other character can be banned and can only be used by the team that chooses them. Verena can be used an unlimited amount of times by all players, while every other character can only be used once per half in each team. Some additional rules are that all 5-star characters are at S0R1 and all 4-star characters can be upgraded to S6R5. Rover can also be S6R5 except for Arrow Rover, which is a max of S4. Potions cannot be used, but food can, and the player that beats a hologram without taking any damage will have 30 seconds deducted from their time. After we all got familiar with the rules, we then started to plan our strategies. The plan was that Rex would be the solo team player, Phantom would be the duo team player, and I would be the trio team player. After a little bit of testing and strategizing, we came up with these comps for the Kelpie fight. Rex would be doing solo Spectral Rover, Phantom would be using Frolova and Verena with a backup of Danjing and Verena if Frolova got banned, and I would be using Augusta, Yuno, and Shorekeeper with a backup of Verena instead of Shorekeeper if she got banned. We also plan to ban Phoebe and Shang Liao to deny the Zani Premium team and Quick Swap teams. For the Lady of the Sea fight, I would be using the same Augusta team with the same Verena backup if Shorekeeper got banned again. Phantom would be using Verena and Rover, and Rex would be using Danjing with a backup of Frolova or Brant if they got banned. We also planned on banning Phoebe and Carlotta to deny the Zani Premium team again, and the Carlotta team since she's kind of busted. With all our plans made, all that was left to do is practice. There's just one thing though. I don't know how to play Yuno. Well, let me correct that. I know how to play Yuno, but I don't know how to play her optimally, especially not to a high-level tournament standard. But I felt confident in my ability to learn her moveset, and while she may have an entire dissertation for her forte, she's actually pretty simple to learn and play. So I lucked out there, thankfully. Next comes the hard part, practicing the fights. Kelpie, while being a little that needs their older siblings to gang up on you in order to win, is honestly not too bad a boss to learn. The biggest thing is that you have to basically have good awareness and pay attention to where each Kelpie is at all times. He has a couple of attack patterns and splash moves that you have to be aware of, but after a little bit of grinding, it becomes easier to adapt to the way the boss is. The real nice thing about Kelpie is that even though there are more enemies to pay attention to, there's also more enemies to damage. So if you have, I don't know, an ult that stops time and all the Kelpies are close by, you can basically incinerate the overgrown seaweed pretty quickly. After practicing for 2 days straight, my fastest clear time on Kelpie was 1 minute and 11 seconds, and surprisingly, I felt really comfortable fighting Kelpie too. Lady of the Sea or Mia, on the other hand, is a bit of a different story. This boss is rough. The first phase isn't too bad, a lot of Mia's attacks aren't too difficult to learn, and once you get the spacing down, it becomes a little simpler to play. The second phase is where shit gets annoying. Besides the fact that she has this interlude phase where she flies super high, shoots balls at you, and literally explodes, She also summons these tornadoes that last in the arena for a while and are a constant hazard for you to deal with. Her moveset doesn't really change, but with the added hazards, the fight becomes quite a bit more stressful. Her fight took me a while to get down, and while I wasn't as confident on her as I was with the Kelpie, I got a personal best time of 2 minutes flat and felt good enough that I could perform well against her. With tips from Phantom and Rex, I practiced as much as I could against these bosses. I got more and more comfortable with them too, and soon the day of the tournament arrived. Tournament day is here and I couldn't be more stressed. I've practiced and learned the bosses to the best of my ability within the short time frame I had, and I knew that I did my best with my practice. However, it's still stressful, y'all. I don't normally play games live in front of a crap ton of people, so the thought of fumbling in front of everyone has me very nervous. The tournament starts and the teams are introduced. In this corner, we have Team Rexlet with Captain Rex, Phantom Locks, and Yuzokia. And in the other corner, we have Team Ruby with Captain Ruby, Genazad, and Herc. Fob and Sweetly introduces us to the audience, and then picks and bans begin for the Kelpie battle. Team Ruby ends up banning Chun-Li and Brant, while Team Rex bans Phoebe and Shang-Li Yao. Team Ruby picks Carlota, Zani, Zudzu, Augusta, Rover, and Verena. Team Rex picks Storekeeper, Yuno, Augusta, Rover, Verena, and Frolova. After all the characters are picked, we move back to our corners and debrief. We're really happy that we got all the characters we wanted, and soon the first players are called out for round 1, Ruby versus Yuzokia. We introduce ourselves, shake hands, and
3, 2, 1, go.
That looks like it is Rover, Zani.
I can hear.
Oh.
please mute, please. Thank you.
Okay. They're both muted. They can't hear us. All right, let's see here. Oh wait, so it is a Zani, Verena, Rover. Okay, Spectre Rover, yeah. And they're going with the Augusta Yuno team. Oh my goodness.
Augusta Yuno for the 3, and then Zani, Verena, Rover. Well, the Augusta Yuno one is.
Yeah, the Augusta Yuno team is kind of
Augusta Yuno
flying
is
Kelpie.
halfway there.
Oh my god.
Just 'cause you think you know me, don't try to change my mind. Happiness of seeing a newborn. All future that could be dream of everything will be judged by how.
Yuzo though is cooking Kelpie right now.
Oh, let's go. Alright. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's a time. Alright. Not my best. My best was 1:11, but I fucked up the timing on one of the ults. But I'll take 1:40. I'll take 1:40. That's about my average time. So, you know what? Let's go. Oh, I cooked. I ended up with a time of 2 minutes and 26 seconds. By the way, we go by Fob's timer, not the in-game timer, due to it not calculating resets or time stop abilities. Words cannot express how happy I was with my performance here. Like, first try, no deaths, Kelpie 50% HP in like the first 20 seconds, like, bro. You all will never know the amount of relief I had watching Overby as I watched Augusta uppercut Kelpie into obliteration. Literally one of the cleanest I've ever had. It could have been better, but damn, let's go. Ruby ended up reaching the max time of 8 minutes, and honestly, kudos to her and her team this half. Our team bans kinda hit some of the team comps they were trying to go for, so I think she did super well considering the circumstances. After Ruby and I return back to our teams, the 2v2 fight begins with Genozad using Augusta Verena versus Phantom's Frolova Verena. This fight is a close one with Phantom's 1 minute and 50 seconds edging it out over Genozad's 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Last up was Herc using Carlota versus Rex's Rover. Herc ended up taking photos at the end due to Kelpie's Glacio resistance and conceded his time to 8 minutes. And originally Rex got a 3 minutes and 27 seconds on the boss, but due to a rules mishap with Rover's weapon, he had to restart and unfortunately ended up with a full 8 minutes as well. With that, the first half was finished, rounding out the half to Team Ruby at 18 minutes and 17 seconds and Team Rex at 12 minutes and 16 seconds. After the first half, there were some exhibition matches featuring Wallensteins versus Yumi and Bracken's Clone versus Mr. Poke. They showcased a bunch of characters on S6 and were honestly super fun to watch.
Wait, never mind, Braxo! Brax's coming back! Poke is a fraud!
After the exhibition matches finished, the second half began for the fight against Mia. Team Ruby ended up banning Shorekeeper and Camellia, and Team Rex banned Phoebe and Carlota. Team Ruby ended up picking Danjing, Frolova, Cantarella, Augusta, Yuno, and Verena, while Team Rex got Augusta, Rover, Verena, Yuno, Brant, and Lupa. We returned back to our team corners, and truthfully, I was stressed again. I was confident on this boss with Shorekeeper on the team, and while Verena is a good substitute character, her buffs and playstyles aren't exactly what I prefer for this boss, so the pressure and stress began to build up again. To start off the second half, the duo teams were called first, so Phantom with his Verena and Rover versus Genozad and his Frolova Cantarella. Phantom again crushed it with a 4 minutes and 23 seconds versus Genozad's 7 minutes and 52 seconds, keeping our team in the lead. Then it was me versus Ruby, again both of us using Augusta, Yuno, and Verena. The pressure rose and rose up until I heard
3, 2, 1, go.
I got grabbed! I might be able to finish it still. Damn it. Okay. Stop running away from me! Oh my gosh. There we go. I think I lost on that one. The one thing I didn't want to do happened. I fumbled big time. Okay, well, not really big time. Ruby completed the fight with a 7 minutes and 48 seconds time, while I went the full 8 minutes, so it's technically only a 12-second time loss, but still, I feel like shit. There was a moment in the fight where I reset to where I shouldn't, but from the player's side, we can't really see the timers for our fight, so I reset in the hopes that I had a little bit more time left, but I didn't, unfortunately. The stress got to me and I lost a round here. We returned to our teams and the final battle commenced between Herc and Rex, both who were using Danjing. Look, I don't know what happened here, but it seems like they were both allowed to use Danjing here. And honestly, it was a treat to watch because holy crap, look at them go. They are insane at this game. And you can see it in the way they move and dodge everything. It's actually so impressive. I honestly can't believe it. The final battle ends with Rex beating the boss at 4 minutes and 38 seconds and Herc going the full 8-minute length, but beating the boss in the end too. After the last fight, the final times were tallied and Team Rex wins with 29 minutes and 13 seconds to Team Ruby's 41 minutes and 57 seconds. We won! Let's go! My first WUWA tournament and we're bringing the bag home. Let's go! I'm super stoked that we won, but a part of me, even now, crazy enough, still feels a little disappointed in myself. Like, I know my loss didn't really lose any time, but for me, it was less about the loss and more about not performing up to the best of my abilities in that fight. I don't know what it was, whether it be the dead time between fight 1 and 2 that might have made me sluggish in my actions, or the stress of the competition finally catching up to me. It just sucks knowing that I could have done so much better, but instead I fumbled the bag at the end of the line. Worst part is while the final fight was going on, I did another round using Mia using the same team and beat her in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. C'est la vie. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. I wanted a competitive feeling in WUWA, and sometimes you have to take the highs with the lows, so I'll take this low and ride with pride. But mark my words, the next WUWA tournament, you best believe that I'll do my best to be there, and if they're willing to have me again, I'm not dropping the ball. Not again, not this time. Till then, I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching till the end. It was an honor to be a part of this tourney and is truly one of the highlights of my year. Special thanks to Fobmaster and Sweetly for hosting and commentating the event, to Ruby, Genizad, and Herc for being super fun and talented individuals to compete against, and my boys Phantom and Rexlin for carrying me and being incredibly fun and supportive teammates. Everyone's links will be down below in the description, so make sure to check them out and give them some love too. Another big thank you to the people that allowed me to be a part of this event. I've always dreamed of being a part of something with WUWA, so this really for me was a dream come true. So truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. And lastly, thank you again to you for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe, like, comment too. Don't forget to check out my TikTok for more shorts or Twitch if you want to come say hi again. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!